The John J. CLAS started in 1961, the elementary years. We saw the first American to orbit the Earth.
Everything is go. The takeoff of the Atlas, blasted aloft by 360,000 pounds of thrust, carries the Mercury gracefully skyward. The Friendship 7, climbing rapidly out of the Earth's atmosphere, exerts a pressure of 6 times the force of gravity on the astronaut. Loud and clear, he reports back to Mercury Control, reading off his instruments, commenting on his reactions, all as coolly and calmly as if he was commuting on the 827.
The most powerful hurricane up to that time named Carla, destroying the Texas coast.
This was Hurricane Carla when it reached the peak of its fury. 170-mile-an-hour winds send the waters of the Gulf of Mexico crashing into the Texas coast. Houses are literally ripped apart by the fierce wind.
The assassination of a president.
Great deal of thought, Grandpa.
Here is a bulletin from CBS News. In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas. The first reports say that President Kennedy has been seriously wounded by this shooting. From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
The civil rights movement at its finest.
Dr. Martin Luther King made it his headquarters in the latest campaign for Negro civil rights. He hoped to organize a march to the state capital, Montgomery, and many white people supported him. But when Dr. King was barred from making the march, he planned another through the town of Selma. That also was stopped. Not now, but on other occasions, state troopers have used considerable force to break up demonstrations. Here the demonstrators knelt in prayer. Soon afterwards, permission was given for 3,000 to march 8 abreast in Montgomery, 1,000 in Selma.
The junior high years. A World's Fair came to San Antonio called Hemisphere.
The San Antonio World's Fair was built for the young, and the young at heart. Built for happy people who like a soaring lift on a sky ride, a stirring marching band, an adventuresome trip on the mini monorail, and a whisk to the top of a breathtaking 622-foot tower. For people who enjoy a thrilling water show and browsing in an international bazaar. For people who enjoy free entertainment surprises around any corner and who like daring thrill rides. For people who appreciate art treasures from the old world and the finest collection of modern sculpture ever assembled in the new, all amidst a wonderland setting of fountains and flowers. For people who look forward to eating as an adventure. You're missing out on a lot of fun at the San Antonio World's Fair. Now, in America's Fiesta City. Hurry and come.
2 Americans, Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy, were assassinated separately.
Dr. King was standing on the balcony of a second-floor hotel room tonight when, according to a companion, a shot was fired from across the street. In the friend's words, the bullet exploded in his face. Police, who have been keeping a close watch over the Nobel Peace Prize winner because of Memphis' turbulent racial situation, were on the scene almost immediately. They rushed the 39-year-old Negro leader to a hospital where he died of a bullet wound in the neck.
And then the voice of reporter West as our cameras show the panic that gripped the scene.
So I thank all of you who made this possible this evening. All of the effort that you made and all of the people whose names I haven't mentioned, but who did all of the work at the precinct level, who got out the vote, who did all of the effort, brought forth all of the effort that's required. I was a campaign manager 8 years ago. I know what a difference that kind of an effort and that kind of commitment makes. So I thank all of you, those of you who are here. Mayor Yorty has just sent me a message that we've been here too long already. So my thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there. Thank you very much.
How are you going to better Mr. Humphrey Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible? Is that possible? It could. Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen? It is possible. He has. Not only Senator Kennedy, oh my God. Senator Kennedy has been shot. And another man, a Kennedy campaign manager, and possibly shot in the head. I am right here. Rafer Johnson has a hold of a man who apparently has fired the shot. That's it, Rafer. Get it. Get the gun, Rafer. Okay, now hold on to the guy. Hold on to him. Hold on to him, ladies and gentlemen. Hold him. Hold him. We don't want another Oswald.
The high school years, we saw a man walk on the moon.
Armstrong is on the moon. Neil Armstrong, 38-year-old American, standing on the surface of the moon on this 5th, 1969.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
A music festival in upstate New York that showed how peace and love works.
For those of you who have forgotten, for those of you who haven't forgotten, and for those of you who never knew.
By the time we got to Woodstock.
College protests.
I now hereby command you all to disperse. Those that do not...
With one that ended in tragedy.
On the campus at Kent State.
A space rescue on live TV.
The flight of the Apollo 13 to the moon is in serious jeopardy this morning and is not going to make a moon landing. As the Apollo 13 was some 205,000 miles from Earth, speeding toward its rendezvous with the moon scheduled for tomorrow night, the fuel cells that supply it with electrical power suddenly failed. With this lack of power, the mission could not be completed to the moon, and it is now a question of getting the men home safely.
American involvement in Vietnam ended, and the prisoners returned home.
Today's most dramatic moment came when Everett Alvarez made his happy trek down the ramp, home at last. For almost as long as most Americans have been aware of Vietnam, Lieutenant Commander Alvarez has been a prisoner in Hanoi. He was shot down August 5th, 1964, during the first raids flown in retaliation for the Tonkin Gulf incident. And finally, today, he was home.
For years and years, we dreamed of this day, and we kept faith. Faith in God, in our president, and in our country.
We graduated. Now the time was ours to make a difference.
Now, we will take you on a journey back 50 years to the senior class of John Jay 1973.